Hello and welcome to Development Purgatory.
This is the podcast all about the movies that were never made, the scripts that were never written, and the ideas that never even made it to the page. My name is Daniel Kaka.
And I'm Lexi Riley.
And
You're going to regret giving this to me?
yes, I did give you a soundboard, and I will explain that soundboard, and I will regret that soundboard by the end of this episode.
I think halfway through.
Yeah. So, we are here to talk about a beloved movie studio, film studio, production studio, animation studio.
I was like, are we talking straight movie or are you going for studio here?
I think studio is part of it because that's kind of the overarching story.
They're both beloved. The movie's beloved, the studio's beloved.
Yes. But we are talking about Toy Story, and we are talking about Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
Now, you might be thinking to yourself, that movie did get made, and you would be right.
It did.
We are talking about an alternative universe.
How did this alt not get made?
Yes, where Pixar...
I like that.
What would Toy Story 3 look like if Pixar had never been involved?
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I want other studios. This is such a dumb statement as I say it. But like other studios picking up what studios are like known for, what they're iconic for.
Yeah.
That would be like HBO doing Snow White.
Yeah.
Although, carry on.
Yeah. Before we do get into the subject, though, I do want to ask your question. Usually I ask the history of a certain subject, but we'll go in a different direction. We might get a similar answer, but who is your favorite toy?
So I'm going to make the internet incredibly mad.
Sure.
I wasn't like a Toy Story kid.
Ah.
I was a Disney princess girl. So this felt like a boy movie growing up. I don't know that I have a favorite. I feel like Bo Peep is like standard generic girl answer, which
I mean, she got her best representation in Toy Story 4.
I can tell you my least favorite toy.
Who's your least?
Jessie. Poor sweet Jessie.
Oh.
I just rewatched a lot of them because obviously
Yeah.
I really like the race car. I feel like the race car is so underrated.
Oh, yeah.
And the penguin.
Penguin's pretty great.
I think Buzz and Woody are mildly annoying. Again, the internet's going to hate me.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm missing a toy. Oh, no, you know what? In Toy Story 3, I love the hedgehog.
Ooh.
Mr. like
the
Shakespearean.
German, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me. I'm trying to stay in character.
The hedgehog, I forgot about the hedgehog. I really like Big Baby. What's his name?
I mean, there was the baby from Tin Toy Christmas.
No,
not Tin Toy Christmas.
I
from
only
Tin
watched 1, 2, 3
Okay.
and Tower of Terror.
The baby.
In 3, the baby. Big Baby.
Oh,
isn't
yes,
it?
yes, yeah.
It's
With
Big
like
Baby.
the weird lazy eye.
Sure.
There's a moment
That's
where
not
like
what it is.
the baby's like looking up at the moon, and it's just like one eye is just like just hanging in there.
I don't know why, but I really enjoy Big Baby. Has a really good arc.
Yes.
What's your favorite?
I'm gonna go with Ham.
Whoa, did not see that coming.
I really like Ham. Do you know who voices Ham?
It's not Norm, is it?
It is not Norm, but you are in the same.
It's the guy.
same
It's his
bar.
buddy at the end of the bar.
Yeah.
He just passed away, right?
No.
Oh,
Norm passed away.
Norm did pass away.
Yes.
Man with mustache.
John Ratzenberger.
Thank you. I got them flipped in my
He's
head.
essentially playing the same character from Cheers.
Why don't you watch where you're going, Godspiller?
Oh, next round is on me for Ferdinand Majelly Belly.
And
Yeah.
I think part of it is because I've grown older. Like, he has kind of become that character where if parents are watching this with their kids, like, Ham is the one who's giving the jokes that only the parents are going to get.
I will say, I miss that element. I do feel like children's movies currently, they're really made for the kids, which is fair. But I can understand why, like, our parents or, like, aunts and uncles, like, older people were like, yeah, I'll go see that too.
Yeah.
There's stuff in there for me.
Yeah. Like, that's the reason why they would cast someone like Robin Williams in Aladdin.
Or, like, Inside Out, I think, is a good example. Like, that is a movie that spans decades.
Yeah. So I think for me, yeah, Ham is definitely the one. I
He flips through the channels, right?
Yes, he's the
Okay,
one
yeah.
that flips through. He always has an answer for everything, even though he has this confidence about him. Like, even if he's wrong, he's still pretty confident. Like, when he's flipping through the channels, he's like, gone too far, got to go around again.
That is such a Millennial joke.
Yep. I rewatched Toy Story 3 last night, and there was a joke that, like, I think was the best joke of the whole movie, where Potato Head, he came back from being tortured, and he's like, oh, man, I was just in the sandbox. There's so much sand and Lincoln Logs. He's like, I don't think that was Lincoln Logs.
I missed that one.
Yeah, Ham's my favorite.
Oh, my God. I thought you were talking about when he comes back as the cucumber, and Mrs. Potato Head's like, you're so tall.
I know I do talk about my history of Toy Story in our last Toy Story episode. Actually, if you want to do a deep dive into like the history of Pixar, which is fascinating to learn about. Like, we do talk about it in our Tin Toy Christmas episode, the beginnings of it. So I'm going to kind of skip over that history, but where the history ends is basically where this begins, and we're just kind of like carrying the baton.
So this is part 3. Just kidding.
2.
Was that a singular episode?
That was a singular episode. It was a Christmas special because it was Tin Toy Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good old holiday special.
There's also a pretty good documentary about the origins of Pixar. Now, keep in mind that this was produced by Disney.
I was going to say, isn't this on Disney Plus?
It is on Disney Plus. I will say that, like, because it was produced by Disney, kind of like when they did the documentary about Jim Henson, like, they do omit a lot of the things where, like, when Disney did something wrong, it's like, no one needs to know about that. Shh, don't look there.
No, we're on to brighter days.
Yeah, so
it's all harmonious now.
But it is a really interesting look because they do talk to John Lasseter, and they get a really good insight on that, and they do get interviews with Steve Jobs. I think it was just before he passed away, too.
Yeah, we've definitely watched this.
But they do get an interview with Steve Jobs about his time as CEO of Pixar.
What a weird...
Yeah.
That's not true. There's so many tech companies making movies now.
Name one.
No, thanks.
All right. Well, if you want to learn more about tech companies and other companies, you can listen to these advertisements. And welcome back.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
We're going to have a lot of fun with the soundboard. And I will explain, but I'm going to explain it just before we go into the movies.
What if you never explain it?
I probably won't. So
I'll find ways to hit it. Don't you worry.
All right. Well, let's start with what's going on here.
What is going on here?
In January 2004, it was reported that Pixar Animation Studios was fed up with the mouse and wanted to cut ties with Walt Disney, ending a near 20-year relationship between the corporation and the CGI studio.
That started in the 80s?
I'll explain that in just a bit.
I jumped the gun. Sorry.
The two could not agree on a contract, and so Pixar packed it up and began looking for a new distributor. Meanwhile, with a clause in the previous contract, Disney had the rights to every character made by Pixar and figured that they can make a Toy Story picture on their own.
Oh, this is how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I love when I don't know where it's going.
So Disney and Pixar, they go back as far as 1986.
See, I can do math.
But back when it was a small tech company trying to make special effects for Lucasfilm and inventing computers, they would actually create computers to like generate animation. Their professional relationship began when Disney first bought their computers to help color the films Rescuers Down Under and Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Oh, I went to Rescue Rangers, but Rescuers Down Under was also
Rescuers Down Under was the first
Bianca.
one. And then Beauty and the Beast was the second film that they used. They used their computers to help color
Interesting.
the film. After a few proof of concept short films, Pixar, well, they also won a bunch of Academy Awards for these short films. Pixar felt that they were ready to finally make their very first computer animated feature film. Disney agreed to help finance and distribute Pixar's first 3 films. And after the massive success of Toy Story, Disney signed on Pixar for a 5-picture deal. Disney would help finance and distribute the films, but to sweeten the deal for Disney, they would also get all the rights to all the characters created by Pixar, and they would get the rights to make their sequels. Now, if you remember from like the Disney Renaissance era, like there were always these direct-to-video sequels.
Sure were. Little Mermaid 2, Melody.
And this was kind of their mentality of like, oh, if Toy Story's ours, like we can just make a second one.
Yeah. I honestly kind of miss those. Those should be a Disney Plus thing. I don't need live action. I would love a Snow White 37.
But those
Where
were
are the
also,
doors at now?
But if you think about like the studios that were behind it, it was never Disney Animation. They always went to like different other studios.
Right.
Like there was a studio that was in France, there was one in Hong Kong, there was one that's in Australia.
They're still all owned by Disney though, right? Because it was like they had like Mar Vista and Buena Vista. And
There was, I forget about the Australian one.
Vista something.
Yeah. If they like commissioned them to do so, or if it was owned by them, it's more likely that they own these studios as well.
Subsidiaries.
Yeah. Disney, they then commissioned Pixar to make Toy Story 2 with the intention that it would be straight to video, just like the Disney Renaissance era. But when the executives saw the early renderings of the footage, they knew that this had to be a theatrical release.
Interesting.
Yeah. They also talk about this in the documentary as well, where like John Lasseter, he had been working on Toy Story for so long because this was like a 5-year project for him.
Right.
And he was like in the middle of vacation and the studio was like, hey, we're making Toy Story 2 for the theaters now, and you got to get back here to make a better story for us. He's like,
Vacation's over. We're going
fine.
theatrical.
I mean, he left his family and just like went back to the studio and just kept working.
Ugh.
Yeah.
There is a dark side to this sometimes.
There is. With this, they actually reworked the story, and they, in about 9 months, they were able to complete Toy Story 2.
The story.
The whole film. They were working on it initially, and then like they had a 9-month turnaround to like
I'm
get
just
it done.
going off of like the first one. Wasn't it like the toy chase at the end was like 5 years to complete or something?
I forget about the toy chase. I know that the story went through many iterations. Like if you look at the early concept of Woody and Buzz, like Woody was supposed to be kind of like a dummy, like a puppet. And he actually had like the lines on his chins to like go up and down, kind of like a nutcracker. And Buzz was supposed to be like a really tiny little toy. So some concept art of like Woody like towering over Buzz, and Buzz is like on a bedpost.
Like the computer aspect of it, like because like obviously they're lightning fast now, but 1996 is Toy Story?
94 is when the first one came out.
94 is when Toy Story came out? No, really?
Oh, 95. Sorry.
All right, split the difference.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
Toy Story's pre-Lion King? Do I want to do this? Am I going to feel old all of a sudden?
Lion King.
Toy Story's pre-Beauty
Lion
and the
King
Beast?
is 94. Yeah.
Because I know Little Mermaid's 89. I'm going through the Disney Renaissance and like trying to see like where this sits. So it is before Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast was 91.
Just gonna, you don't need me anymore on this show. Wow. What happened between 95 and 2000? I'm like, what came out?
Pocahontas.
No, Pocahontas was earlier, right? I'm gonna hate this.
95.
See, what happened between 96? Mulan? 97?
98.
Think about this. They had 89 was Little Mermaid, 91 was Beauty and the Beast, 94 was Lion King, 95 was Pocahontas, and Toy Story. Did anyone sleep in that office from 89 to 95?
You can actually see in the documentary, John Lasseter, they look at his car and they're like, wow, you have the best parking spot. And it's like, how did you get that parking spot? And he's like, I never left.
Right.
I've been sleeping in the office.
Yeah, I mean, especially things were clunkier then. Sorry, I completely derailed this with the...
It's okay. I mean, it all worked out for Toy Story 2 because it grossed a whopping $485 million. That was $100 million above the first Toy Story film.
Really? What year? And this was what year?
In 1999.
Okay.
However, according to Disney's former CEO, Michael Eisner, Toy Story 2 does not count as one of the films.
What?
In the 5-picture deal, because originally they were going to commission them for a straight-to-video sequel, so it doesn't count.
Loopholes.
Yeah, and Pixar agreed to make 5 original features.
Oh, get out.
Yeah. The CEO of Pixar at the time, Steve Jobs, was not happy with this technical detail when it was dropped on him. And from then on, the tension between Disney and Pixar just began to grow. Pixar completed the end of their deal, producing A Bug's Life, Monsters, Inc., Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, and Cars. And once Cars was in pre-production, Disney wanted to negotiate a new deal with Pixar.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Jobs, on the other hand, he wanted to cut ties with Disney. Understandable. And he wanted to do it as soon as possible. And in January 2004, he began shopping around Pixar to a new distributor and even caught the interest of Warner Brothers, Fox, and Sony. According to Steve Jobs, the distribution deal leaned heavily in Disney's favor. This is their previous deal. Disney and Pixar would split the film's profits evenly. Pixar would then have to pay a 10 to 15% of revenue as a distribution fee.
Good God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for Jobs, he felt like all the profits should go to Pixar and Disney should just get rid of that fee, just all entirely.
Wait, so they should split the profit?
I mean, Jobs wanted more out of it, but like he was also pretty ruthless with what he wanted. So yeah. I feel like there's a happier medium. I think splitting the profits is definitely the way to go, but like...
Right, the additional fee is not needed.
Yeah, the additional fee I don't think is needed. I think Disney had merchandise rights. They had the rights to the characters. Like,
merchandising rights are like half the battle.
Yeah, so that's part of it as well, where like Disney seems to be reaping it in. And for Pixar, like they were such an early company from the beginning that they're like, we're going to take any deal, whatever it takes, just to like make the movie. Ground. And now that these movies are like what's making Disney popular again, it just didn't seem fair. For Eisner, he felt like he didn't need Pixar. He had all the rights to the characters in the sequels, and he believed that Disney could mimic the Pixar CG animation style in-house. He figured they could make a bunch of sequels using the established characters from the 7 films, and the audience wouldn't know the difference. And and the very first film that they were going to make was Toy Story 3. Enter Circle 7 Animation. Have you heard of Circle 7 Animation? Okay. This is kind of one of those like black marks on Disney's history that they just kind of wishy just wash over. This is one of those things where they briefly mentioned it in the Disney documentary, but like I said, like if it doesn't make them look good, they're just gonna put it to the side. So the studio got its name from its location, Circle 7 Drive in Glendale. Yeah, that's our neighbors here in California. If you go there right now, the studio is actually KABC TV.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I feel like I know where that is.
Mm-hmm. You've probably driven by it.
Well, there's that like one little chunk of Glendale. There's like one road that you take and all of a sudden it's like another pocket of Disney Studios or ABC Studios.
Yeah.
I think I lived here a decade before I realized that that's where that was.
Yeah. I didn't realize at first that ABC was Disney.
And that I know.
Once I figured that out, like I was like, Disney's everywhere. They own everything.
That merger happened when we were
much younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need to continuously date ourselves on here.
No, we don't.
That happened at some point in our lifetime.
Yes. This CG animation branch of Disney was launched in 2005. The studio was led by former head of the defunct Florida-based animation studio. That's where they made Lilo and Stitch.
Oh.
Andrew Milstein. The studio was tasked with creating at least one sequel a year, and they would have to make each sequel for under $100 million. That's not bad.
No, we should take that note nowadays. Yeah.
Just like how Pixar started with Toy Story, Circle 7 was going to do the same. The plan was to make Toy Story 3 and release it in spring of 2008. To direct was Bradley Raymond, who directed a few Disney straight-to-video sequels, including Pocahontas 2, Journey to a New World, The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, and this is one of my favorite sequels, The Lion King 1.5.
Didn't see it. Those are 3 of the sequels that I've never seen.
What? You didn't see 1.5? I remember 1.5 being a big deal.
I also remember 1.5 being a huge. Didn't that get released theatrically? Or at least it had like a re-release later or something.
I don't know if it had a re-release or if it even had a theatrical release. I remember premiering on the Disney Channel and that being a big deal.
I remember back in the VHS days, there was a trailer on, I think on Little Mermaid 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where it's like Timon and Pumbaa, like they have a remote, a TV remote, and they're like, we're going to rewind this and be like, what about our story?
Yeah.
And that's where it is. So as for the story, over 40 screenwriters pitched their ideas.
Holy hell.
Circle 7 narrowed it down to 2 stories and hired 6 of those writers to help develop the story and the script. Now, one story that nearly made it came from the married writing duo Bill and Sherry Steinkellner. They wrote for The Jeffersons, they wrote for Cheers,
Hey.
they wrote for Who's the Boss, and they wrote the film Teacher's Pet. Now, what they pitched was a whodunit mystery where Woody, Buzz, and the gang would solve a mystery of disappearing toys in Andy's grandmother's attic.
Okay, I'm kind of here for this story. This is also straight 90s.
Yep. And we're going to hear
Throw
that.
in some Angela Lansbury, a little Murder, She Wrote.
If she played the grandmother, that'd be great.
Yeah!
So, and we're going to hear that story after these advertisements. And welcome back. Now, speaking of which, I gave you the soundboard because we're going to play a game.
Okay.
With these scripts, when Pixar took over, they claimed that they never read these scripts before. They're never going to read these scripts, and the idea is that they don't want to be influenced by any of like what was written before for Circle 7.
Oh, okay.
But if there is an element,
Oh, that is similar. They never read these.
yeah. So
Air
if
quotes.
if there's an element of the story where it's like, wait a minute, we've seen this in Toy Story 3 or in Toy Story Tower of Terror, then I want you
Oh, the
to
missing toy. Oh.
I want you to hit one of the sounds. Now, the sounds that I've given you, the soundboard that I gave you is basically if you had a Woody or a Buzz toy in front of you,
Right.
and you just like pulled the drawstring or you push one of Buzz's buttons, like that's the noises on the soundboard. Because I couldn't, well, I could
I
have.
like that as an angle, though.
Yeah.
It makes sense as opposed to having straight lines from the...
Yeah, because humans never heard what these toys had to say.
No.
No, it's only the drawstring and it's only...
Andy's coming.
Yes. Here is the Toy Story 3 script. It was by Sherry and Bill Steinkellner. It was revised by David Gian and Michael Handelman. And this was submitted December 8th, 2004.
Oh, right, because it's 99 was Toy Story 2. Didn't we not get Toy Story 3 till like 24? We were older. Again, why do I go to like dating myself? I'm a mysterious woman, I swear.
2010.
Okay.
We open in a train car. It's dark and there's been a murder. Sheriff.
When you were like, there's dark, I'm ready.
Okay. But we do open on a train car.
Just,
Like on a train.
okay.
We're on a train.
Oh.
Yes.
I was like in the Toy Story of Terror, and I was like, oh no, Toy Story 3 opens on
On a train.
car. Yeah. They all blurred together for a second.
So yes, there has been a murder. Sheriff Woody is on the case. Ham is the only one who knew who stole the ruby red marble. But his knowledge is the thing that got him killed. Woody figures it out. It was Bo Peep. Now, Woody reveals that she has the marble, but it's not Bo Peep. She rips off her bonnet and her rubber mask, and it's actually Mr. Potato Head. And he says, things aren't always as they appear, Sheriff. And Woody responds with, you've got that right, and pulls off Mr. Potato Head's mask to reveal that it's Rex. Rex makes a run for it, but is stopped by Woody's partner, Buzz Lightyear. Rex has another trick up his sleeve. Buzz's girlfriend, Jessie, is tied to the cow catcher in the front of the train.
That is 100% the opening.
Yes. I don't know why I've never heard the term cow catcher before. Have you heard that before?
No.
That's basically like the grill that's at the front of the train.
That's terrible.
I know. Yeah. But that's what it's called.
I don't want to keep smiling at that.
Rex escapes through the trapdoor in the ceiling. Buzz goes to rescue Jesse, and Woody chases Rex with the help of his trusty steed, Bullseye. Bullseye and Woody gallop along the top of the train and come... They come.
Is it just the entire opening of Toy Story 3?
It's pretty close. And they come face to face with Rex on the caboose. Just as Woody has his 6-shooter pointed at Rex, Rex reveals the train is about to plummet off the edge of the unfinished bridge.
Oh, come on, I hit the button.
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue.
Yes. Rex pulls a parachute and gets away. Woody scrambles to lock the brakes in the train car, but the train is still chugging along. Woody orders the toys to get to the caboose. He sees in the distance Buzz holding Jesse, running to the back. The pin holding the cars together snaps. Buzz throws Jesse into the caboose, and Buzz jumps off the train and hurtles off of the cliff. Woody reaches out and catches Buzz's hands, and they dangle as the train smashes into pieces. The caboose stops at the edge, and it begins to teeter. Buzz's grip slowly begins to slip. We are interrupted by Andy's mom yelling that it's breakfast time.
That happens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. The blinky light is
very fast.
very fast and very alarming.
Yep. She enters the room and takes Andy before he could finish the action-packed adventure, leaving it on a literal cliffhanger.
Yeah, that's the same opening.
It's so similar. I know that there were like other things where like Buzz, like once the train crashes to the ground, he like lifts it up.
Yeah.
And then like Jesse is the damsel in distress.
Yeah.
In this one. So yeah.
Right. That is the only thing with Toy Story is that the women are either in distress or somehow a villain.
Yeah.
And there's no in between. I just call bullshit. You watched, you read it.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be like, I'll hit the button 4 times. I have hit the button so many times already that I'm annoyed with myself.
I have a theory. I think it was the heads of Pixar that they chose not to read the scripts, but because they chose not to read it, those who did read the script were just like,
They'll never know.
I got a fresh idea that you guys have never heard of before.
God, that's like just copy paste, changed a word.
Yep. In real life, we see the toys are in a shoebox at the edge of the bed. The door slams and the toys come back to life. The other toys panic, not knowing the end of the story, but Woody reassures them that he and Buzz would never let them down. Jessie is upset that she's always the damsel in distress.
I get it.
And shows that she's worthy by easily untying herself and flipping Rex. Rex feels guilty for always having to be the bad guy. And Jessie does bring up that Andy called her Buzz's girlfriend, but Buzz chooses to avoid the conversation.
In any of the Toy Stories, they never call Jessie Buzz's girlfriend.
No.
It's deeply hinted.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of shipping between Buzz and Jessie.
Well, they're partnered off. Woody and Bo Peep, and then
Buzz and Jessie, yeah.
I just want Buzz and Woody.
Yes.
I want to ship that story.
The toys realize the marble is missing and they start accusing each other of stealing it. Woody calms everyone down and tells them that Andy must have taken it. But Buzz points out that Rex accidentally landed on it and it's wedged under his tail. The marble drops to the ground, appearing as if he pooped it out.
That's, I was like, what's with this marble?
Woody tells everyone that there's an announcement to make. Slinky looks out the window and sees a workman outside the house. The toys ignore Woody and look out the window. Woody tells them that this is what the announcement is about. Woody says that Andy's room is getting redecorated. Ham says that he saw it coming because of his, quote, careful observation of the evidence. Plus, he heard Andy and his mom talking about it yesterday. Everyone panics over the redecoration, and Woody tries to calm them down. Some of them are going to stay here, and the others are going to get boxed up.
To the attic?
Mm-hmm. Well, some of them are going Yep. They're going to get boxed up. They're going to be put in the attic. And the other toys that are going to be selected by Andy, they're going to go with him to Grandma's house. The toys groan. Buzz asks about the grandmother. They explain to him that she's crazy and she has a creepy house. And Woody states that her house is not that creepy. We smash cut to the exterior of Grandma's house.
Yes!
It's a, quote, rickety Victorian house perched on a lonely hill. Ominous clouds swirl above. It's creepy.
Okay, I'm kind of digging it.
I know. Andy and Andy's mom, which, by the way, they never give Andy's mom a name.
No.
No, it's always Andy's mom.
Yep.
Andy and Andy's mom pull up in the car. In the backseat with Andy, we see Woody, Buzz, Ham, Rex, Mr. Potato Head, Jesse, Slinky, and Bullseye. So those are our main characters. We get a POV shot from the attic of an unknown character.
Oh.
Andy's mom and Andy step into the house. They call out...
Is it going to be a big pink bear that smells like a strawberry?
Oh, I wish. They call out for Grandma, but she's not around. Her cat, Periwinkle, is asleep on the windowsill. We hear the wind causing the house to creak and the ominous tick-tock of a grandfather clock. Grandma scares Andy and his mom when she appears out of the closet. She says she's in there listening to the pipes. She thinks that there's mice in the house, and she's set out hundreds of mouse traps.
Grandma was hanging out in the closet?
Because she's listening. She's like, there's mice.
Grandma pops out of the closet?
There's like things walking around the house, and she doesn't know what it is.
I'm sure, but sticking Grandma in a closet.
Yep.
A statement.
Grandma assures her daughter that everything will be okay, and Andy's mom leaves.
Sure, Mom, you're hanging out in a closet and hearing things. I'm going to leave my son with you.
Yep. We cut to later that night. It's now thunderstorming. Grandma is finishing up a scary story that she's telling to Andy. We are in the foyer. In the foyer, the toys are hanging out. Rex says that this house reminds him of a movie. He thinks it's called
Dracula?
Yeah. Death House or House of Death or Deadly House of Death. I don't know. Ham suspects that the house was built on an Indian burial ground.
Poltergeist.
Woody stops the conversation and says the house is not haunted. And just as he says it, a ghostly hum can be heard through the pipes.
Yeah.
Thunder crashes and the power goes out. Andy, he makes his way up the stairs with a backpack full of all of his toys and a flashlight in hand. He passes by a spare room with all of the furniture covered in a ghostly white sheet.
Perfect.
We catch a glimpse of something scurrying away. Was it Periwinkle? Was it something else?
It was Dracula.
Andy makes his way into the room he's sleeping in. He sits on the bed and unknowingly on Periwinkle, who yelps and dashes out of the room. Grandma tells Andy good night, and as long as he stays under the blankets, the ghost can't get him.
Thanks, Grandma.
I feel like they needed an explanation as to why Andy wouldn't just like get up and be like, what are those weird noises around, and like see his toys alive? Because there's always an excuse in Toy Story as to like why the humans are gone.
Right.
So like Andy goes to camp or something.
Right.
Or Andy is asleep, but the toys are still awake. Rex goes on about the Death House movie that he watched, saying that everyone starts disappearing one by one.
I am Buzz Lightyear. I come in peace.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in Toy Story of Terror, yeah, that's definitely how it goes. It's like,
that's the plot.
yeah, they're a posse just like investigating weird noises, and then just like toys are getting picked off one by one.
Yep.
A ghostly hum echoes through the heating vents. Mr. Potato Head realizes he lost something. It was Mrs. Potato Head's lips to keep him company. Woody says that he can get them in the morning, but Mr. Potato Head is afraid he won't get another chance. So Buzz steps in and says he'll get them with the help of Woody. Rex warns them not to split up the party, because this is what happened in the movie. So they all decide to go down and get the lips together.
That's a little inappropriate for children.
The lips?
Yeah. Like, you can't go to sleep. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could have been any part, like maybe her ears because she couldn't hear the critters.
But needed the lips.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So they make their way through the creepy house and down to the foyer. The fire in the fireplace illuminates the room. Mr. Potato Head finds the lips and kisses them repeatedly. Something scurries in the shadows. A stack of firewood comes tumbling down towards Woody. Buzz pushes him out of the way, and the logs knock him into the fire. He tries to get out, but his leg is pinned under a log. Woody, with the help of Bullseye, lassos Buzz to pull him out of the fire, but then realizes he accidentally lassoed a burning log. The gang quickly stomps it out. From off-screen, we hear a brave, strong voice in an English accent say, "Looks like we're in a sticky situation."
Is this our hedgehog friend?
No, it is not. Yeah. But he says it as if it's like a catchphrase. And out of nowhere appears a sock monkey. So the sock monkey, he heroically uses a yo-yo, a candelabra, and a fire poker to free Buzz and rescue him.
A what? A fire poker, a candelabra, and...
A yo-yo. A yo-yo is kind of like, that's his weapon of choice. I just didn't want to have to explain like the elaborate actions he goes through.
I, for a second, thought it was a Beauty and the Beast reference.
Oh, no. Yeah. The toys applaud the sock monkey, and he introduces himself. Jack Challenger's the name. Where there's adventure, you'll find me. He unhooks the yo-yo and proceeds to do a series of yo-yo tricks, and the toys continue to applaud.
That's amazing.
We hear a loud thunk sound echoes through the house as the electricity turns back on. The other toys poke fun at Woody for rescuing the stick. Jack hears the name Woody and something flickers across his face. Recognition? Hatred? But it passes. Woody asks if he knows Jack from somewhere, and Jack says no. Woody doesn't believe him.
I don't believe him either.
The gang smells something awful, like gym socks and moldy cheese. He does too.
Yeah.
Enter Gladiola.
Is this the grandma?
No.
Oh.
This is another sock monkey.
Oh.
Quote from the script. Gladiola's the geekiest, lumpy body, an ugly handbag slung over her shoulders like a massive backpack.
Okay, why another female character and they're just, I've got a bone to pick.
Knitted eyeglasses, no nose. She speaks with perpetually stuffed up sinuses.
Rude.
Yeah, that was rude.
That
Really?
be
Fucking rude.
Do you know what that's from?
Death Becomes Her.
Yeah, it is.
The
Musical.
musical. Yes. Need to emphasize the musical.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the movie,
I have seen the
pause. No, I know you've seen it.
yeah. I love that movie.
What are you doing listening to this?
Gladiola introduces herself and explains that the smell is from when she fell into the cat's bowl of milk.
Ew.
And since she's made out of 100% wool, she's pretty absorbent. She was made by Grandma. We flash back to Grandma using the sewing machine. She looks at the poorly made sock puppet. The nose falls off, and she puts it in the closet, knowing that this wouldn't make a good Christmas present. In the closet, we see Gladiola making accessories for herself using scrap craft supplies.
That's so sad.
She also dances to music played from a Walkman, which she has strapped to her back.
That's cute.
Jack Challenger found Gladiola, but he was not made. He claims that he was purchased from Sotheby's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. What a tidbit.
Gladiola explains that Jack has been around the world. Jack states that he's even been shot by Nazis. Yeah.
Okay.
Jack tells the toys an elaborate tale about how he saved an Indian prince and the blue diamond from a plane and the evil Dr. Belbazaar. The toys are captivated by his story. Woody tries to one-up Jack by saying that he and Jesse were on a plane, but Buzz shoots him down, saying that they were trying to actually get off the plane and not get on it.
That's pretty great.
Jack asks if he can ride Bullseye, and Woody says no. But Bullseye insists that he gets a ride, and the toys are impressed, and Buzz even says that he rides better than Woody.
Rude.
Yeah, we're starting to get like that, like from the first movie, like you get that jealousy from
Yeah,
Woody.
there's a lot of, and you have the cat is, instead of a dog, there's the cat. Yeah, there's a lot of first movie similarities.
Woody tells the toys that they should get back to Andy. Jesse wishes that Jack and Gladiola would come back with them. Woody doesn't want this, but Buzz suggests that if they place them somewhere that Andy could see, maybe he'd want to take them with him. As they walk back, Gladiola is chatty with Woody, but Woody seems to shrug it off, and he's only glaring at Jack. Jack shares more stories with Buzz, and Woody pulls Buzz aside for a private conversation, saying that he doesn't have a good feeling about the sock monkey. Buzz says that it's okay to feel jealous, and that's how Woody felt when they first met. Woody says that he's seen him somewhere before, but he can't place it.
I like that angle.
Yeah. Bullseye falls behind the group. He passes by the laundry room and he hears the drip of a leaky faucet and sees something dart by. He looks around and sees Grandma's bloomers hanging on a line.
Okay.
Suddenly, something dashes at Bullseye, and he's gone.
Bum, bum.
The toys get back to the room, and Jesse realizes that Bullseye is missing. They run back into the hallway and find Bullseye's stirrups. Woody and Buzz look around in the bathroom, and there's Scrabble tiles scattered all over the floor. They seem to make out some kind of word, but they can't necessarily tell what it says. And then Periwinkle appears from behind a shower curtain and chases Buzz and Woody into the hallway. The other toys run with them down the stairs and into the dining room. The toys climb on top of a credenza where they find a display of porcelain eggs. The cat continues to chase after them, creating chaos and breaking many of the eggs. Mr. Potato Head begins singing Memory from Cats, and Periwinkle is intrigued and
What a hard left that took.
yeah, but then takes a swipe at him and causes more chaos and things fly everywhere. Buzz uses his laser and the cat begins to chase it.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That we should have kept.
Yes. Jack takes a cake topper and drops it on Periwinkle, trapping the cat. Jack is praised and he thanks Buzz for being a great partner. They look around and realize Slinky is gone.
Gone too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is Toy Story of Terror.
Yes, it is. Woody finds Slinky's collar and tells Buzz he thinks this wasn't an accident, and then lightning crashes. Rex says that this is like the movie. Rex then slips on some wooden tiles. This must have been the clue with a message. Ham says that he's great at this, and he can piece it together, and he spells out limp nylon towel. And then he tries it again. He's like, nope, it's lentil plow. Nope, tin melon. Nope, tan clown. And then finally Ham spells out pink eye Mel. Ham's my favorite.
That's amazing.
Buzz leads the gang back into Andy's room, and Jack is bringing up the rear by request of Woody. Gladiola tells Woody that she has popsicle sticks and Elmer's glue just in case they need it.
Sweet Gladiola.
Woody thanks her, but in a dismissive way. They get to Andy's door, and Woody insists that only Andy's toys should go in. Buzz disagrees because Jack saved his life, and if they don't go, he doesn't go either. Jack is not happy with Woody. Woody takes Buzz aside to talk. Woody angrily points towards Andy's room and accidentally shuts it.
Uh-oh.
Buzz tries the doorknob, but it's locked. So they're essentially locked out of the room.
Right. I was waiting for Buzz to jump up and like pull it like the garbage.
I'm guessing it's one of those like...
Right, an actual knob and not a handle.
A knobby knob.
Circular.
The toys enter the music room where we see an organ and old photos of Grandma in her younger years playing an organ in a choir. Gladiola reveals that she overheard Grandma and Andy's mom talking over the phone, and that after the remodel, Andy would only have room for 2 toys.
How does that work?
I don't know. The toys' eyes go wide as a dramatic organ chord is played. It's revealed that Jack is actually playing the organ.
Oh, I was hoping it was Periwinkle crashing on the keys.
Woody asks why she's revealing this now, and she thought that everyone already knew. Jesse concludes that the 2 surviving toys will be the ones that'll go back with Andy. In the background, Jack continues to play ominous chords until Woody yells at him to stop.
That's pretty funny.
The toys hear a door creaking in the hallway, and they investigate. It's an ominous shadow walking down the hallway. The toys quickly hide in the bureau drawer, but there's no room for Rex, so he climbs to the top of the bureau and freezes amongst the other knickknacks as a shadowy figure passes by. It's Grandma with a demonic grin, carrying a bundle of something wrapped in a handkerchief. They theorize that Grandma is the one that's supposedly getting rid of the toys, and that Slinky and Bullseye, they have to be in the handkerchief.
Dun dun dun!
Buzz and Jack take off to rescue the lost toys, and Buzz invites Woody, almost forgetting him. Grandma heads into the kitchen and out the back door. Buzz dives through the cat door first. Jack and Woody have their moment, and Jack says to Woody in a sinister way, "Be careful out there. Accidents happen to those who least expect them." And they both hop through the cat door. The 3 follow Grandma across the lawn and into the rose garden. Buzz starts to sing "You've got a friend in me," softly to himself, and Jack joins in. This part confused me.
Yeah.
Because, like, that song was not organically in the movie. It was...
No. Also, I don't know why I innately associate that with Woody. But to me, that's Woody's... It's not. It's just where the credits roll.
Yeah.
But
it's like, how would you know that song? I don't know.
I guess that's the creepy part.
Yeah, maybe.
It broke my brain when you said it.
It was very fourth wall breaking for no reason whatsoever.
The toys are also staring dead into camera.
Yeah, it's the part of Gremlins 2 where they like all the gremlins are in the theater and like Hulk Hogan's like, give us our movie back. And it's like, it didn't need to be there. Woody, under his breath, he says, "You wouldn't even notice me if I disappeared." And he calls out to Buzz, calling him partner, but there's no response.
For some reason, this is making me think of Toy Story 4.
Yeah, where they're kind of like lost in the...
Doesn't Woody have like a "you wouldn't even miss me"?
I think so.
I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Because he kind of goes on his own solo adventure. So Buzz realizes Woody is gone and goes back to find him. He orders Jack to keep trailing Grandma. Woody notices what might be a tail of a sock monkey in the shadows. He feels something on his back, and it's a spider. He flails around until it jumps off. Woody grabs a stick to protect himself. Buzz finds a tool shed and stands near the door and calls out for Woody. A strong breeze closes the door, knocking Buzz to the ground, causing his head to pop off.
Who?
Buzz.
Buzz's head?
Right off.
I didn't know that it could do that.
I didn't know that it could do that either.
I also don't know why Woody's head made more sense to me to pop off, but...
Yeah, but like Buzz's head, just like he gets hit by the tool shed door, hits the ground, and...
Obviously, this is a darker toned movie anyway, but like the animators have like a pretty sick, or the story people have a very... This is a couple though, right?
Yeah.
No, like the lips, the head popping off. It's the adult humor that was in 90s Disney movies that doesn't, like, that we didn't need anymore.
This is like Jeffrey Katzenberg's dream script, because this is part of like why he got fired from Disney, is because when he was a story editor for Disney Animation, he was constantly pushing for like Toy Story to be, it needs to be edgier. It needs to be geared more towards adult and not children, which kind of makes sense why the first CG animated movie he makes that he's in charge of is Shrek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I was like way too old to realize that one of Sid's toys was a hooker.
Yep. Buzz's head
Popped off.
right off. Buzz, he's then calling out for his body to help find him. Woody, then he hears Buzz and then runs towards the shed. Buzz's body manages to finally pick up the head, but when he puts it on backwards. Because this is a trope that we've seen in a million different movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Went full Thackeray Banks.
Yeah, he puts it on backwards. He quickly twists his head, and he's in the right direction. He walks to the door and comes face to face with Woody, who accidentally hits him with a stick. Woody is suddenly tied up with a yo-yo and is hit multiple times by Jack with his pillowy soft hands. Buzz yells at him to stop, and Woody explains that hitting Buzz was an accident. Jack unties Woody, and he leads the way to Grandma. Grandma is inside her greenhouse. The three can't believe what they're seeing.
It's the middle of the night still, yeah? Okay.
Grandma is doing the tango with Victor, the 70-year-old gardener.
Okay. High left field.
Grandma removes the handkerchief to reveal it's a bananas flambe that she made for Victor. They're in love.
Why is Victor hanging out in the greenhouse at night?
Because it's a forbidden love. He might be married.
Carry on. I'm very curious to see where this is going.
The three toys get yanked off the window by Angus, a garden gnome that speaks
I was like, who the hell?
So Angus, he is a garden gnome that speaks in a thick Irish accent. Woody and Buzz try to explain that this is all a misunderstanding, and Angus is trying to give them some privacy because Victor is his friend.
Okie dokie.
Jack steps in, and Angus recognizes him. Says he saw the old lady making him, and Jack corrects him and he says that he was purchased at Sotheby's. Gladiola appears, and she's out of breath from running. She tells them that Jessie, she's now missing. They all run back to the house as Angus mutters to himself, "I'm not mistaken. It was ye."
Oh my God.
They arrive to the pantry where Jessie was, and they can't figure out how she disappeared. There's only one entryway. Buzz knocks on the wall and hears that it's empty. There must be a hidden chamber on the other side. Jack uses his yo-yo to hook onto a latch and opens the door to a dumbwaiter.
Hold up.
Yes.
Jack can use the yo-yo to open that door. Why doesn't Jack just open the door to go back to Andy's room?
Because
Roll credits.
story. Oh, no, because Bullseye is missing. They had to go back for Bullseye.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so they open the latch and they open the dumbwaiter. The other toys are impressed. They all climb into the dumbwaiter, not really knowing what it is. And Rex is like messing around and he accidentally pulls a lever and suddenly they're moving up. And the door opens into the attic.
Yeah. The attic is a thing in 3 too.
Yeah. It's more so like they don't want to be in the attic.
Nobody plays with the toys in the attic.
Yeah. And then after what they've experienced at the daycare, they're just like, yeah, the attic seems pretty great.
Yeah.
Woody jumps out first, showing that he needs to be the leader, and he lands and trips and his nose nearly missing one of the mouse traps. He warns the others about the mouse traps. Just as he says it, a cloud moves and the moonlight fills the attic, revealing hundreds of loaded mouse traps. Woody takes a step back and snap! And all hell breaks loose and every mouse trap goes off. And the scene is like Mouse Hunt, with Lee Evans, Nathan Lane. Yep. After all the traps go off, the rest of the toys hop onto the floor. And we see Woody just covered in snapped mouse traps. He achy gets up and he stands up and then another trap snaps on his foot.
What on earth?
Just slapstick humor, They search for Jessie, but she's not there. But they do find her hat and Scrabble tiles that read, "No one will take my place." The toys sit in a circle. Woody goes over the facts that they know, but Buzz concludes that this has to be one of us. Everyone is suspicious of each other. They begin accusing each other and tensions escalate. Ham is suspicious because he knew about the renovations before anyone else. Rex is suspicious because...
he's always the villain.
Yeah, well, he said that if we make it through the night, it was like a quote that he said earlier. Also, he was the one that watched the movie.
Oh, right.
Mr. Potato Head is suspicious because he left, quote unquote, left Mrs. Potato Head's lips downstairs, forcing everyone to leave. Woody squashes their arguments because they all trust each other. Ham says that he's with Woody, but he accuses Gladiola. And we cut to Gladiola with her head stuck between slats at the end of the table. And Woody corrects Ham and says, it's gotta be Jack. So Jack turns it around on Woody and accuses him of being a murderer. Ham chimes in with the time that Woody pushed Buzz out the window. And he got him trapped in that homicidal neighbor kid's house. Woody states that he doesn't have a motive, and that's because Andy is obviously gonna choose him and Buzz. And that's when everyone is like, what?
I knew that was coming.
Now everyone is angry at Woody, and Buzz steps between Woody and the rest of the toys. Everyone stands down. Buzz says that they should all just stay here until the morning. They all sit in silence, eyeing each other, watching for anyone to make a move. Rex is asleep until Ham wakes him up, and then Rex goes right back into eyeing everyone else. Mr. Potato Head gets up to leave, and everyone asks where he's going. And he says, if I'm going to stay here, I'm just going to get something to read. Also, we've established that I'm not a threat. So they agree to let him go, and Mr. Potato Head, he goes into the library. He opens a book and says, that's weird. The power goes out again. Mr. Potato Head sees who's been snatching up the toys, and he says, I don't believe it. He quickly writes something in the dust on the floor. The shadow looms over him, and he's gone.
Bum, bum, bum.
The lights come back on, and we see the remainder of the toys in the attic, sans Jack. From the hallway, we hear Jack call for Buzz. Woody and Buzz head into the hallway. Jack calls for Buzz again, but Woody is concerned about Mr. Potato Head, and they split up. Buzz chases after Jack, and Woody is looking for Mr. Potato Head. Back in the attic, Ham, Rex, and Gladiola remain. Just as Rex proclaims that as long as they stay together, they'll be safe, Ham is yanked off the screen, and Rex and Gladiola panic. Rex is suddenly taken too.
So now it's just poor Gladiola by herself?
Gladiola, Jack, Woody, and Buzz, all that remain.
But the 3 of them were just hanging out, so poor Gladiola is...
By herself, yeah. Woody enters the library and notices an open heating duct. He spots Potato Head's mustache, and next to it in the dust it reads, "I know who did it. It was..." And then it cuts up. No name is revealed. Buzz enters and points out the fact that he shouldn't have written, "I know who did it." Gladiola rushes in and tells the two that Ham and Rex were taken. Jack enters. Woody asks where he was, and Jack replies that he tried to follow someone when the lights went out, but he lost him. Buzz looks down at the heating duct, and Jack says that the shafts lead to the furnace. Jack goes on with another one of his stories from his past, one about a deadly volcano, Mount Geronimo. As he tells the tale, Woody notices a book. The same book Mr. Potato Head was reading. He picks it up and starts reading. He reads out loud the same exact story that Jack is saying on his own. All the stories Jack had been spewing out
are from this book.
Have been ripped from the book Safari of Fear, a Jack Challenger adventure, and the other Jack Challenger adventure books. Gladiola can't believe she was lied to. Jack proclaims that his real name is Hee and he's not from Sotheby's, and his British accent is fake.
Oh my God.
Something that's in the script that I chose to leave out just because it would have messed with this reveal is that whenever Jack speaks in the script, it says hee as the character.
Oh yeah.
And then he speaks under it. Yeah.
See, that's always a thing in screenwriting that I'm like, if you want to keep your reader along, you never name the character hee.
So I had to while putting together the synopsis, whenever it said he did something or whatever, I would have to on purpose change it to Jack.
That's fun for me, not so fun for you.
But the thing is, I had to go through all of this until the twist, and I'm just I have to go back to the beginning and rewrite a bunch of stuff. We flash back to when Grandma made Hee. After she finished him, he placed him on the shelf next to Woody.
Oh.
They were supposed to be gifts for Andy. And a bottle of glue accidentally spills on Hee-Hee's head, and Grandma tries to restore him. She washes off the glue and puts him outside on a clothesline, but winter was coming, and Hee-Hee was frozen solid.
Holy God.
To thaw him, Grandma put him in the microwave, and through the microwave door, Hee-Hee watched Andy open up his Christmas gift. Grandma then puts Hee-Hee in the dryer, and that's when Hee-Hee sees Andy playing with Woody.
Just spinning around.
And Woody catches a glimpse of Hee-Hee. Woody thought he was taller, but Hee-Hee explains that the dryer is what shrank him.
Nah.
Hee-Hee spent days in the library, and with all that time, he read books and practiced his yo-yo. When he was moved to the closet with Gladiola, he didn't want to admit that he was just another toy like her. So he told her about the Jack Challenger stories as if they were his own. Hee-Hee is broken. Woody took everything from him. He even took his fabricated stories. Woody is relieved because Hee-Hee could never replace him, and Hee-Hee was getting rid of everyone so that it would only be Buzz and him. He then accuses Hee-Hee as the murderer, and Hee-Hee corrects Woody, and he says, "I'm no murderer, I'm just a fraud." Hee-Hee runs out of the room, and Buzz tells Woody that he owes Hee-Hee an apology. Woody still believes that he's the murderer, and Buzz explains that he can't be the murderer because he saved his life. He may not be Jack Challenger, but he's a hero. Woody has had enough, and he tells Buzz to go off with his new best friend.
Woody's always a jerk.
Yeah.
God.
He's always been a jerk, even from the first movie.
It's fair.
Gladiola goes to find Hee-Hee in the cellar. We see the furnace in the corner, and two knitted needles loom in front of her. Woody hears Gladiola scream, and he runs to the cellar. In the cellar, we find a pile of Gladiola-colored yarn and a pair of knitting needles. Buzz appears at the top of the stairs and sees Woody in the pile of Gladiola's yarn. Hee-Hee appears, and both Woody and Hee-Hee yell, "You!" accusing each other of Gladiola's fate. The two of them pick up the knitting needles and use them to sword fight each other. They fence across the floor and up the stairs, and Woody's needle accidentally hits Buzz and knocks him off the stairs and onto the floor. The fight continues into the kitchen.
Oh, but this time his head doesn't pop off?
Yeah, it doesn't. Woody runs into the library and stands in front of the open heating duct. He flings his yo-yo towards Woody and it wraps around him. Woody grabs the string and yanks it, and causing Hee to fly past him, and he falls into the open heating duct.
Furnace, we're going to the furnace.
Yes.
It's gonna look like a trash can.
Buzz stands in the doorway and he sees wood tiles fall from Woody's pant legs. Buzz is definitely not convinced that Woody is innocent. Woody says he was going to use them to frame Hee because he's definitely the murderer. Buzz is really convinced that Woody is now the murderer. Woody runs and chases after Buzz. Woody is cornered in the bathroom upstairs, but in desperation, he jumps out the window and climbs up the drain pipe onto the roof. Buzz continues to chase him, and the two climb to the top of the roof. Rain pours down on them. Buzz and Woody have a standoff. Behind Buzz is a weather vane, and it spins in the wind.
Yeah.
Woody, he warns Buzz to look out, but Buzz thinks he's lying. The weather vane then hits Buzz and sends him down the roof. Woody jumps and slides after him. Buzz clings on to the gutter, and Woody reaches out his hand to save him, but Buzz refuses. The gutter starts to break off the edge of the roof. Woody tries again, looks Buzz into the eyes, and simply says, "Trust me." Buzz has a change of heart and grabs his hand. Woody's feet slip and they both plummet 3 stories off of the roof.
Oh my God.
They crash through a tree, hitting every branch on the way down, but they're still holding hands.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole!
What part is this?
They're all holding hands.
Oh, yeah, at the end there. Still holding hands.
There's always the holding of the hands. It's always a thing in all of the...
They get snagged on one of the branches just long enough to see if they're okay, and then that branch snaps. They hit a branch, and they're just like, they finally get a time to stop. And they're like, "Are you okay?" And they're like, "Yes, I'm okay. I'm okay." And then that branch snaps, and they continue to fall to the ground. And funnily enough, once they hit the ground, Buzz, guess what happens to Buzz?
Head pops off?
His head pops off again.
What on earth?
Woody screams at the sight, and Buzz's head yells to Woody, and they laugh about the situation. They put Buzz together, and Buzz apologizes to Woody, and he says he let that sock monkey pull the wool over his eyes.
Nah.
And Woody suddenly remembers what Gladiola had said earlier, that she was 100% wool, and that ball of yarn that he felt was more acrylic. A net of yarn falls on Woody and Buzz, and they are yanked up in a trap. Gladiola appears, unscathed.
She's either in distress or she is the villain, and there is no in between.
She gives a villain monologue,
Yep.
explaining that she did this because she was in love with Jack Challenger. She recalls the first time they met.
Now we're back to our shipping.
When she was placed in the closet next to her. When she saw the toys arriving from the attic, Jack was excited to finally meet new toys, but Gladiola wanted him all to herself. In a flashback, we see her push a log that knocks Buzz into the fire. She was hoping just to scare them away, but when that failed, she used her crafting skills to get rid of the toys one by one. She also made up the story of Andy having to only choose 2 toys, and that way they would turn on each other. But since Buzz and Woody caused him to go down into the heat vent, now she's angry. They got rid of her only love.
Now we're going to go get him out of the heat vent.
It's now morning, and Gladiola is dragging Woody and Buzz across the lawn and throws them into the trash can. It's trash day, and the garbage truck is making its way down to Grandma's house. Yep.
Yep, it's always trash day.
It's always trash day. There's always the looming garbage truck going down the road. In the can are all the other toys, all tied up in yarn and half buried in garbage. Jessie rubs her hands on an old butter wrapper and slips out of the yarn.
Ew.
She unties the other toys. They're about to escape, but it's too late. The garbage man peeks inside, and he swears that he heard someone talking. The other garbage man says that this job will play tricks on your mind. And he pulls out the bag and heaves it into the truck. They're trying to break out of the bag, but it's too strong. Rex uses his teeth to tear open one of the bags, and they're about to jump out of the truck, but then they get hit with more garbage. The garbage man announces that this is the last stop, and now it's off to the dump. The other...
Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
Going to the dump. The other garbage man hits the trash compactor button, and the toys are trapped in the truck as the walls are closing in.
Reach for the sky.
Yep. The camera zooms out of the truck and flies into Grandma's house, into the library, down to the heating vent, where we find Jack bracing himself against the edges of the vents, and he's right above the red hot coals. He uses his yo-yo, Indiana Jones style, to swing out of the furnace, barely singeing himself on the coals. He runs out the cat door and comes face to face with Gladiola. They're both shocked to see each other alive. Gladiola admits that she had done a bad thing. Jack puts it together that the other toys are in the garbage truck. He chases after the truck and he leaps for it and misses. He uses his trusty yo-yo to hook onto the back of the truck, and he's able to climb his way onto the truck that way.
How very Toy Story 1 of you.
The garbage man sees Jack in the rearview mirror, and now he thinks he's really using it. Inside, the toys use a mop handle to stop the walls, but it snaps. They look up to see an opening that they can go through, but they can't climb up there. They find a Ready Whip bottle, and Buzz has an idea. And everyone hangs on to Buzz, and he says the signature catchphrase,
To infinity and beyond.
he hits the valve, and the can sprays whipped cream all over the toys, and they go nowhere. From the top, we hear another catchphrase. Looks like we're in a bit of a sticky situation. It's Jack, and Jack lowers his yo-yo to the toys so that they can climb out before they get crushed. On top of the garbage truck, they reunite. Woody and Jack are actually happy to see each other, and they make amends. But just then, Jesse points out they're about to get on the highway, and Mr. Potato Head falls off the truck and catches the compactor lever, releasing garbage all over the road. Cars are honking and swerving off the road. The toys create a chain of themselves to get Mr. Potato Head. Next to the truck is a farm truck full of pigs. The pigs see Mr. Potato Head and get close enough to start licking him. The toys manage to rescue Mr. Potato Head before he gets eaten. They find a Pizza Planet pizza box, and they use it to get off the truck. So they kind of like soar it onto the ground. They jump, but Jack is stuck to a piece of yarn and doesn't go with him. The toys on the pizza box skid to a stop, and Woody is off to rescue Jack. He uses his pull string to lasso onto the pig truck, and he and the other toys are dragged along the pavement while still on the box. Jack gets free and sees Woody as the farmer pulls alongside the garbage truck. Jack jumps and Woody catches him. The farmer in the truck sees the toys in the rearview mirror and stops the truck immediately. Ham is then flung over the truck and then lands on the windshield. The farmer screams and he peels out, causing the back of the truck to open up and the pigs spill out all over the road.
I mean, that's kind of funny. A toy pig lands on his windshield.
Yep. And then Ham falls onto the ground right next to where all the toys are. Very convenient.
Very.
Moments later, we see pigs scattered all over the road, blocking traffic with police and the farmer trying to wrangle them up. In a drainage ditch, we see the toys are safe, hidden from the humans on the road. Jack and Woody thank each other for saving their lives, and how this adventure would be better than anything Jack read in a book. Rex does ask, how are they going to get back? And Woody has an idea. And we see the toys on top of a pig as Woody dangles Mr. Potato Head on a stick in front of his face, steering him back to the house.
Isn't that, they do something with a dog too like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
They get back to Grandma's front yard, and they come across Gladiola. The toys put up their guard, but Gladiola says that she's not there to hurt them.
She's just in love.
But instead, she apologizes. And to wrap up this movie in under 90 minutes, the toys forgive her. Gladiola admits that she loves Jack, and he admits that he knew all along and that he loves her too.
Oh my God, what a jerk. He knew and didn't. Ugh.
The two dance to an orchestral version of Let's Get Physical. So when she had her Walkman,
Yeah.
like that was the song that was just kind of like on repeat over and over again is Let's Get Physical. And she would dance to that. So all the toys, they say their goodbyes. And back at Andy's house, Andy tells his mom about Grandma's house and how creepy it was. And she told him a scary story. Grandma also told him about these sock monkey toys that she has. And sometimes she sees them walking around the house. Andy's mom dismisses the story and says, that's Grandma
That's
for
just
you.
Grandma.
Andy goes into his new room and his mom shows him all of his new shelves to help store all of his toys and more toys in the future. He throws his toys onto his bed. Mom takes a whiff at them and he's like, those definitely need to be washed. They leave and the toys wake up, reuniting after quite an adventure. Bo Peep whispers something to Woody, and Woody informs Buzz that he's going to go on a walk with Bo Peep.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
Yep. Buzz is left alone and notices his utility belt is missing. Jesse has taken it and starts teasing Buzz. The two of them wrestle over the stolen item and they tumble off the bed. Buzz's visor flips up and Jesse gives him a kiss.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
The two of them kiss, and that's the end of the movie.
They don't kiss in 3. But the visor flip up is
Yeah, the shipping of the two of them are like pretty strong.
it's copy paste. That's I think the thing that I like this movie and its darkness.
Yeah.
Which is why I also liked Toy Story of Terror. But I think the like Lotso just being an evil bear and it not being a romance is kind of nice.
Yeah. You get his backstory where you're just like, I get it. I understand why you're
yeah.
cynical. And I like that angle.
You've
to
never
it.
lived in precedented times either.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you look at this, this was not the draft that was picked by Circle 7 Animation. And that'll be the end of Toy Story 3 Part 1. Yeah. So we're going to come back for Part 2. We're going to go over the recall script, and you'll better understand that when you listen to the next episode.
Part 2.
Part 2. We are going to wrap things up here. Before we go, we do want to give our recommendations of movies or TV shows that we've watched recently that we would like you to watch. Lexi, do you have anything that you would recommend to our audience?
I mean, I feel like the whole world is like obsessions and backrooms and obsessions and backrooms. And
Hacks.
listen, Hacks is wonderful. And I don't know why you brought it up. I'm in mourning. Listen, if you haven't seen the final season of Hacks, I don't know what you're doing with your entire life. It's beautiful and brilliant. And Hacks is just the greatest show in the last like decade. But beyond the obsessions and backrooms and Hacks, I saw I Love Boosters. I think Boots Riley gets better with every film. The blend of color and comedy with some real world issue discussions is his strong suit. And we are in a very wonderfully creative time since I think the last time we had a show air. So,
because I watched Sorry to Bother You, and I really love that movie, and it very much is in line with that, where it is dealing with the surreal, but also at the same time, it does hit a lot of like real life issues and the financial insecurities and the inequalities that are out there. Like Boots Riley does a really, really good job of just like laying that out in front of the audience and just be like, do you see this? Because I see this every day and I need you to see it too.
And you haven't seen it yet.
I've not.
There are some camera tricks in there that I know are going to be like, ooh.
I love camera tricks. So my recommendation, kind of left field for me, but I really enjoyed the movie. Thought it was really cute. Was Remarkably Bright Creatures.
It's so good.
It's really good. It has Sally Field in it, and it has the little Pullman in it.
I mean, listen, Sybil steals it every time.
But yeah, I mean, Louis Pullman is his name, Bill Pullman's son.
Baby Pullman.
And there are shots in there where you're just like, oh my God, you are your dad.
Yes.
Like you see it and you're just like, this is my Independence Day.
And like the creature work, like it clearly
so
is
good.
like it's CG and it's not the most realistic octopus I've ever seen, but it's not like it's just well done where I was like, this is cute.
Mm-hmm.
Like you made an octopus feel realistic and like sweet, but also voiced by Doc Ock.
Yeah,
Like, well
I was
done.
gonna say that. I was like, Alfred Molina, Doc Ock is voicing an octopus. You're like, yeah,
Marcellus is a grouchy old man.
whoever the casting director, there's only one man that can fulfill this role. And if we don't get him, I'm gonna be mad.
I will say that book was on my reading list,
Mm-hmm.
and then they announced the casting, and I was like, never in my wildest dreams
Mm-hmm.
did I think Doc Ock for the octopus, but it works.
It works really well. He does a really good job.
The other two are so sweet and charming that you kind of need that balance, or it would be too like if it was a sweet voice, it becomes too saccharine. But I agree that I feel like it came out and went under the radar
Mm-hmm.
and needs more attention. Well done, good suggestion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's on Netflix.
it is on Netflix. But that is my recommendation. Is there anything else you'd like to say to our audience before ending part 1?
Go see a movie.
Go see a movie. Everyone go see a movie. Or pay for a movie and just don't go. No, go see a movie.
We're starting to edge out of franchises and IP a little bit. And that's not to say that those are not great.
A24 is having a summer, I will say.
A24 is. But like also, I saw I Love Boosters 2 or 3 weeks after it came out. It was still packed. I cannot remember the last time, and people were laughing and having a good time. And the other thing that I am so thankful for that I have seen more and more of is people sitting through the credits and going, look how many people it took to make this, or like, that's my friend, or this is cool. As a kid, I feel like the credits started rolling and everybody's parents were like, all right, let's go back to the car. So it's kind of beautiful to see people at least taking a minute and appreciating the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that that's because it did feel like it was dying. And now everyone's like, oh, I should cherish this thing while it's here. But also look at this cool thing and all these people. We might be on an upturn.
Yeah.
Ever so slightly. There's still lots of issues, but it feels more optimistic than it has in a while.
It does. It feels good. So normally I would go through all the plugs for the show. Here's the thing. We changed the name of the show to Development Purgatory.
Don't sound so sad about it.
The name change for the podcast, I felt like, is needed to better fit what is it that we're presenting. And when it came to how did this not get made, it felt like we were made to solely focus on like just the stuff that didn't get made, when so much of the research dives into the history of the IP, a person's career. It dives deeper into more than just, hey, this thing didn't get made. And I think Development Purgatory better reflects like the overall content rather than a fraction of what we discuss.
Right. And there's not, as everyone will know how frustrated I get that I can find this fun thing that didn't get made, but then there's no script. There are like people and storylines and company. Like there are so many components about this industry that don't happen. I think you've said it multiple. I mean, a bunch of people have said it multiple times. It's a miracle that movies get made. And so this does allow us to stay in a lane, but also explore things further.
Yeah. So all this to say, all of our social media handles have changed, and I don't know what they are going to be or what they are exactly from when we're recording it to when this is out now, but I will say that the handles have changed.
To some form of Development Purgatory.
Yes. I'm not going to go back into the old episodes and change those. That is there to like capture the moment in which I made the show and what I felt was the right title at that moment, not knowing what the podcast would eventually evolve into. And I think the name now better reflects what it has turned into. Everything has changed. Don't worry. We're still delivering the same show.
We're the same. Everything else has changed.
Everything, the label, the front end is just changed, and that's pretty much it.
Times change, and so we must change with them.
Yeah. And if you're already following us on social media, you don't have to do anything. Just our handles are going to change. The followers were not.
Nope.
No. Okay. Yep. So, we'll see you in part 2 of Toy Story 3 for the recall script. Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
To infinity and beyond.